Hey y'all, what's up? So it's your girl Sunray. I am currently outside just spending some time reading, learning all about God, of course. And I just felt like this urge to just get on and say just a really quick prophetic word. When it doesn't make sense, when God gives you a strategy and when God tells you to do something that does not make sense to other people, that does not make sense to the natural order of things, will you do it? What do I mean? Let's look biblically at the city of Jericho, the walls, right? The whole thing was, God said, y'all need to parade around for 7 days, 7 times, and on the 7th day, and at the time that I tell you, have the priests sound their alarm. Now, there's a few things that are important there. They did not move without the presence of God being before them, right? Because the priests were to carry the Ark Covenant. The Ark Covenant is pretty much saying the presence of God, the Ark of God. So do not move ahead of God, right? So they weren't moving ahead of God. They were moving with God, moving behind God, right? And they sounded the trumpets and boom, we know the wall fell and they were able to conquer this city. And this was a city that was never conquered before because it had these super secure walls around it. Now let's look at it. Other people on the outside may be looking like, how is marching around going to make a difference? Just like that one man that the Lord healed and told him to go into the water 7 times so that he can be cured of his affliction. It's like, God, it does not make sense. But this is the thing. When God tells you to do something, it could be God has a business idea for you that no one else has exercised, right? It could be that God is telling you to go about your ministry in a different way that other people are not doing. They're like, oh, how are you going to survive? How are you going to make a living? Or how is this going to happen? How is that? The thing is that you must ensure that you are being obedient to God. Why is that? Because your obedience is what opens the door for God's presence to emanate, for God's presence to be made known, for people to be able to see like, wow, God truly is with her. You get what I'm saying? When we move in fear is the lack of faith. It's not allowing God to come in and move. It's not allowing his spirit to move. But when you move in faith and when you move in obedience, when you take that act of faith and be obedient to what the Lord is telling you, that allows the Lord to show up in tremendous ways. We have seen that because of people's faith in Jesus alone, that's what allowed them to be healed. So the thing is not a matter of if you've been helping everybody your whole life and being this whole good person and feeding the homeless. No, what it comes down to is not your works. It comes down to your faith. It comes down to your obedience to the plan that God gives you. So I want to leave you guys with a question to think about today as you enter into your week. When it doesn't make sense, are you still going to obey? Love you guys. I pray that this prophetic word has blessed you and that you guys have a great start to your week.